Hey guys, Nantash here, and today we're gonna discuss why the Nantash is bad. Okay, sorry, excuse me. I'm so rude. I'm so rude. I'm so rude. I'm so rude to the people that use the Nantash. Okay, let me re-say that. The Natasha is bad. Okay, sorry for calling it the Nantash. That was very offensive. Okay, I'm getting off topic, actually. Usually, just like the Gru, the Natasha is good in, one situation. Unless you count one other situation that doesn't usually happen in casual, so we shouldn't really count it. But, usually, the Natasha is a terrible weapon, and I want to tell you why. And guess what? This time, I have high-tech simulations of, each stat, and how it works, and background videos that you see at some point. Before I start, I want to talk about, what's good about it. Cuz I don't want to seem like I just want to say that it's bad. I want to talk about what's good too. Here's the obvious stat that is good. The 100% chance to slow down a target on hit. As in, if you shoot someone, they get slowed or, pushed or whatever. That's super helpful against scouts. Specifically the kind of scout that shoots, jumps, crouches, and does everything else that's, annoying, like taunting. A lot of times you have to deal with these scouts in casual, especially on Upward or I can't think of any other maps. I don't know, Badwater, all those trashy maps. So that's the main reason why the Natasha can help you. The other way the Natasha can help is if you have to deal with Trolgers. They aren't usually in casual, so I don't really count it as a way that Natasha is good. But, in community servers, on point. So, the other good stat is the minus 20% damage resistance when below 50% health and spun up. It's not really important because, with a good minigun, you shouldn't really be below 50% of your health. But, for the few times you do go below 50% of your health, the minus 20% damage resistance might help, but you have to be spun up, which is good because you probably only get below 50% of your health when you're in a fight and spun up. Also, that really balances the weapon and makes it so that nobody ever uses it. So far, this sounds like an amazing minigun, that pushes people back. You do... Dang, okay, I guess that was blowing in my mic. I need to get a pop filter. It pushes people back, and it just has that little spun up damage resistance. So it sounds amazing. But the downsides are way too extreme. Let's start off with the first downside. Minus 25% damage penalty. That's a lot of damage being done to you. You get 25% more damage done to you. This really brings down the good stuff. But if it wasn't bad enough, there's a 30% slower spin-up time. As a Tomislav user myself, that's just extremely slow. And compared to the minigun, it's still pretty slow. I bet that in the background video, I've died a million times because I was so slow compared to my enemy. I bet that I died to a heavy who was using the Tomislav. Probably not, though. But once the damage penalty gets ramped up, or gets ramped down to 10-15% damage penalty, and the spin up time gets, 40% faster, as in, just 10% faster spin up time. Don't actually do that. That'll make it really unbalanced. Then maybe I can say that it's a decent or good minigun. But at the moment, the stats are terrible. If you're gonna use a minigun, do not use the Natasha because, the stats, man, the good stats are pretty okay. I could enjoy that, especially being able to push people back. That's really nice, because with scouts and Trolgers, it's great. And that spin-up time thing, that can really help when you're in a battle and you're being hurt a lot and people shooting at you. Maybe when there's a sentry and you're at 150 health, which is 50% of your thing. That's really helpful. But with the damage penalty, you just take way too much damage. And that spin-up time is just too extreme. If you can start firing before your enemy, you're almost guaranteed to win. But if you don't start firing before your enemy, then it's over for you. You're dead. There's no reason to keep on fighting because you started firing after them, so you're already lower health than them. Especially if it's another heavy. So, in conclusion, the Natasha is really good for maps where you're dealing with scouts and trollgers and scouts and trollgers, maybe even spies if, you know, they're just backstabbing you at all costs. But in most situations, it's terrible because of the slow spin up time, the damage penalty, and it just being bad in general. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon. That's really all. Don't forget to check out my Steam group, check out my Discord, follow me on Twitter. Don't use the Natasha, just use stock of the Tomislav or literally anything else except for the Brass Beast and the Hua Long Heater. That only leaves stock in Tomislav, doesn't it? Unless I'm forgetting one, but that other one doesn't matter. So, yeah, just thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.